In just 2 minutes, I'll introduce you to key legal terms that every aspiring lawyer should know. Let's dive in. First up, plaintiff and defendant. In a lawsuit, the plaintiff is the person who brings the case, while the defendant is the one defending against it. Think of the plaintiff as the one complaining and the defendant as the one responding. Next, we have jurisdiction. This refers to the authority a court has to hear a case. It depends on factors like location and the type of law involved. For example, a state court might not have jurisdiction over a federal issue. Law heavily relies on precedent, which is a decision made in a previous case that guides the outcome of future similar cases. Lawyers look for precedents to support their arguments. In legal cases, the burden of proof is about who must prove their case to win. In criminal cases, the burden of proof is on the prosecution to show the defendant's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. An affidavit is a written statement sworn to be true, typically used as evidence. It's like saying, "I swear this is true" on paper. A tort is a civil wrongdoing that causes harm to someone, leading them to sue for damages. For instance, negligence, like in a car accident, is a common tort. Finally, due process ensures fairness in legal proceedings. It's the idea that everyone has the right to a fair trial and that the law must be applied equally. Let's start with objection. It's the classic courtroom protest. Lawyers use it to challenge something they think is improper or unfair, like irrelevant questions. Next, hearsay. This is when someone tries to bring in something they heard from someone else rather than what they personally witnessed. It's usually not allowed in court because it's unreliable. Then there's voir dire. That's the process of jury selection, where lawyers interview potential jurors to see if they're fit for a fair trial. Prima facie means at first glance. Lawyers use it to describe evidence that seems valid enough on the surface to prove a point unless proven otherwise. In criminal cases, mens rea, or guilty mind, refers to the intent or mindset of the accused when committing the crime. It's key in proving guilt. Then we have habeas corpus, a legal term that means produce the body. It's used to challenge unlawful detention and demands a person be brought to court to justify their imprisonment. And finally, pro bono work. This means legal work done for free, often to help people who can't afford it. And there you go, you now know some foundational legal terms that'll help you sound like a lawyer. Practice these, and you'll start feeling right at home in legal conversations.